You're the top scorer in all competitions at the moment. Now, as a centre back, is that a bit of an odd feeling?
Yeah, I'm just joined in it. I think is it.
In all competitions, it's just you.
Is it right? Yeah, I guess it is. It's just one of them things. I think really. Sometimes things happen like that, so I'm sure it won't be like that for much longer. So I'll enjoy it while it's there. Yeah.
Excellent. Right, so you've matched your competition's goal tally for last season already.
Yeah.
Do they encourage you to get forward a bit as well?
I think it's just obviously from set pieces in second and third phases, which has been a few of the goals to be fair. But we work a lot on set pieces for and against out there, and as you can see at Notts County and stuff like that, it's starting to show that we do, and things are starting to come off for us.
Is there anything different about the way that this manager is doing things, basically, that is allowing you to get in those positions? Because I know he likes to build defensive, he likes to build from the back. Is that helping you to get forward and create this chance?
In open play, probably with now playing in a free, there's more licence for the outside centre backs to go and join in a bit more, like Fozzie getting the crossing on Tuesday night. So yeah, that gives you a bit more licence going forward in open play. But from set plays in the second phase, it's sort of like to be fair, everyone's recovering a lot quicker now from when we've got earlier on in the season. We're getting counted on quite a lot from our set plays, but the recovery now from everyone to a man makes it easier for us to get back in and deal with it. So it allows you to stay up a little bit longer as well.
Quite a heavy defeat midweek, long trip to get there and back from it as well. What's confidence like as far as you're concerned? Going to the next one.
I think we've got to dust ourselves down today and then take it from there and put it in context really, because we've been on a good run. Tuesday night wasn't great at all, personally or collectively, so disappointed with that. But you've, like I said there, you can't take it out of context, and you've got to deal with it and deal with it the right way. You can't just brush them under the carpet. You've got to learn from it and then take it into Saturday.
Like I just said, long trip up there. Do you think that the Bury? Do you think they are the best team in the league?
We haven't played everyone yet, have we? So can't really say. But I think they're probably on the day, probably the best team that we've played on the day. But they're not top of the table, so the table doesn't really tell too many lies at this stage. So I think they play a great brand of football, but we'll see come the end. But they're definitely a good football inside.
To concede 4 goals is a bit. Can't be a nice feeling really as a defender. Now, has it given you something to think about really going into the next game? Is there anything that you might do differently? Yeah,
well, every goal that gets conceded, you sort of deconstruct it and see where you could have done better and stuff. So we've done all right recently with defensively with regards to conceding goals, and then to ship 4 in one game is a bit of a blow. So we're going to have to deal with that and, like I said, deconstruct it, see where we could have done better and deal with that moving forward.
Great. Now, Stanley are on poor form at the moment. They've lost their last 4 games in all competitions, but they're still a League One side. How confident are you feeling going into it that you guys can, I wouldn't say cause an upset, but get a result out of it?
Yeah, we've just got to implement our game like we try to do every week. Obviously, they've done well. The manager up there has done really well with them, and the club's on the up and has been for a while. So we've just got to see what we can produce, and it's a good test for us really to see where we're at in comparison to them, because they last season did a great job in this league on what were well publicised as medium to low budget. So yeah, it's a good test for us. Yeah.
Are you expecting them to keep you busy in that game?
Hopefully not, but you've got to be realistic, and I'm sure we'll have some work to do. But hopefully their defence and their keeper will have some work to do as well. I
guess I don't know if it's a grain of comfort perhaps, but the last 2 times you've been up there, you've got 1-1 draws out of it. So there is some precedent for you getting a result out there.
Yeah, I think every game's different. Obviously, we're in a different league now and things like that. So looking back on that, it's hard to draw comparisons really. So every year and every game's a little bit different. So you've got to take each one as it comes.
Last one from me is going back to your goals. Have you thought about making a bet with the strikers to be above them by the end of the season?
Nah, I'm sure that'd be a daft bet, I think. So I think I'll stay away from that.